Hello and welcome to NUFS. I'm Mike.
And I'm Clay.
And we're going to talk about some movies. All right, it's April, which usually has some good stuff in it. Mm-hmm. Although, I'll be perfectly honest, I don't think I'm excited for any of these movies. I did go see Project Hail Mary, and I did not have to fight any of my kids to get there. Good. I dragged my oldest son along. We went to go see it last Friday.
Sure.
And it was very fun. I got
to see that yesterday. It was awesome.
Would you,
I loved it. It was great. That's probably is the best movie of the year so far. It's pretty.
It's the only one I've seen, so.
But that's a good one to see. It is.
All right, so let's get right into it. We'll take a look at the trailer here for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Let's take a look.
Hey, big guy!
Oh,
You wanted to see us?
don't move, I'll be right up. Sipping the soup, cleaning the paint. Boodle-doo, boodle-doo, and also trim the bonsai bush. Here we go. Hey, Luigi. What's up, Mario? Behold, I made a masterpiece for Princess Peach. What do you think?
Love the colors!
It's trash.
How dare you look at my masterpiece and say that?
I'll burn the skin off your bones!
Wow. Sorry about that. That's the old Bowser talking. Still working through my demons, I suppose. Anyway, I need my 8 hours or else I really turn into a monster.
I'm Bowser Jr., and I'm gonna be taking my father now!
Princess Rosalina, you're coming with me!
Now, when I said I wasn't excited, this is pretty much the one I was specifically talking about. I don't know. I didn't care for the first one that much. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I see every single animated movie eventually, just
You
because I
have
have a million kids, and they put it on, and I absorb it through osmosis or sitting down to watch it. That was one that I watched, and I don't think the kids ever watched it again, which I think is damning.
That's not a good sign.
Because it's available. We have whatever streaming service it was on. They could have watched it a million times. I don't think they did. So I'm not saying that this movie is going to be horrible, but it's not one that I'm excited for.
No, well, I kind of felt the same way because I did see the first one because I was really curious about that and checked that out in theaters, and I did enjoy it enough. It was pretty good.
It was fine.
Yeah, and I didn't watch it since, and it didn't have a huge demand to go out and go see it again. And this one kind of looks, it's fine. They're just kind of doing, let's do the Mario Galaxy thing. Let's bring out the characters we didn't have time for the first time around and do it again here. And, it'll probably be okay.
My kids love Jack Black. To the point where if they see him in anything, they beg me to watch the movie. And yet again, they only watched the Super Mario movie once that I can remember.
And that's fair, because the thing is, in some ways, Jack Black as Bowser was most inspired part of that movie too.
It was my favorite part of the movie.
he was great as Bowser,
Yeah.
and this trailer especially, they're really hamming up the Bowser, and making him look fun again. Bowser will probably end up being one of the best parts of this.
I hope so.
Again,
Yeah.
although this trailer doesn't show. We got Yoshi this time around too.
I heard that. Yeah,
That could be pretty fun too. We'll see how Yoshi
Donald
goes.
Glover voicing Yoshi.
Oh, that's inspired too.
Yeah.
The thing I always think about, and you probably remember this, back in the 90s, we got a live-action Super Mario.
I do remember that.
movie?
I don't know if you remember this, but there was the live-action movie, but then there was also a live-action television show in syndication.
I do too. I remember that as well. They do
watched that a
this-
lot more.
And they'd have the Zelda cartoons
Oh, yeah,
occasionally too.
The Super Mario Super Show, I think it was called.
And I kind of liked it. It was fun. It was good.
I watched it.
It was great. Yeah. And the thing is, like, I still every now and then think about that live-action Super Mario movie we got in the early 90s.
Yep.
And the thing is, it's not a great film, but it's so weird.
It's
you
very
can't
weird.
Forget it.
Yeah.
And so parts of it still haunt my brain. Like, wow, they did that, and it's like, I can't get too mad at them for at least going there.
I'm a
and
big
trying
John
something.
Leguizamo fan, so
him as Luigi, that was
I'm in.
inspired
Yeah.
casting. I don't, and actually, I can't even get mad at the acting because Bob Hoskins as Mario was.
Yeah.
He's kind of good as
Yeah.
that. He's
brilliant.
And then what? Dennis Hopper as Bowser.
Dennis
King
Hopper
Koopa-
is
King
always
Koopa.
insane.
That was just. It was kind of fun, and it's like the thing is, another thing about that movie, it was so kind of dark and kind of dingy and kind of had an edge to it. There's no edges in this movie.
My problem with this is that it feels like a very corporate movie. The first one did. I'm sure this one will too. It's all gloss and no stakes, no anything. It just feels very safe, and I don't like that.
And part of me just looking at it, it's the video game. You're looking at the video game. Why don't I just play the video game? Which is a problem a lot of video game movies have.
I have this problem with a lot of kids' movies in general, where like there's just no danger, and there's never really feels like there's a threat. I mean, some of those older movies. Think about some movies from the '90s where there was darker moments. I'm thinking about like Matilda, All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Yeah.
I mean, like some of these movies where like it was genuinely dark, and you learn something from the ability to get over that, not necessarily like, oh, they kidnapped the princess, I'm gonna go jump around with the star and punch him. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm an old man now yelling at clouds.
And you're kind of right. And the weird thing is, you mentioned Rescue the Princess here. They didn't really have to rescue the princess in the first movie. Luigi had to be rescued more than anything else.
There was never any danger. There's no stakes.
It's like, it's so strange how they're doing it. And I'm sure this film will do
bubble
fine for
wrap.
the yeah, kind of.
It's a bubble wrap story.
Comfortable enough for your film. So the people who like Yoshi, the people who want to see Princess Rosaline down there doing her thing, they'll love it. It's and if I ever do get around to seeing it, I'll probably like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah. But it's at the same time, it's just I guess what I'm saying is I hope that someday they do try a live action Mario again, just for the heck of it.
You know what? I'm okay with that being a relic of a strange time in the '90s. We have that. We'll always have that, Clay.
You're right. It's not going away.
We'll always have it. It's not going to go away. I'm sick of live action remakes. So I'm just mad about everything, really.
Well, another thing I'm thinking about is like, this is obviously they're referencing Mario Galaxy, which is one of the newer Mario games. And like,
I never played it.
I know, neither did I really. But the thing is like, what if they went more inspired and tried to like, what if they just did Luigi's Haunted Mansion, and did the ghosts?
Yeah,
that would be something
that would be fun. More ghosts, and you could do a whole different kind of story with that too.
And they had the Mario Kart, the carts in the first. Looks like they're bringing them back for this one as well.
How could you not? Mario Kart's the best part of Mario.
I know, but what if they just like straight up did that? Like, no, this is all carts. I don't know.
Mickey Mouse did that.
Did they?
Well, Mickey Mouse and his Roadster Racers. You don't have kids, so you don't have to watch all these shows constantly.
Okay, so that's why they're not doing it.
Mickey and his Roadster Racers.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the shows.
We'll get
It's not
there.
as good as Crazy Mickey.
I don't know.
I don't know if anybody's an adult and hasn't watched a Mickey cartoon in 20 years. There's an entire subset of Mickey cartoons that is just worth watching, even as an adult. They're insane. I love them. Have you seen those?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God, Clay! You gotta watch Crazy Mickey.
I'll check them out then. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I swear you'll love them. They're fantastic. Steven loves them. He knows. He's
okay.
All right. Well, I should digress now, and we'll talk about our next movie here, which is actually probably the only one of these that maybe not. I might see Apex too, but we'll take a look at the trailer for Michael here.
confident. You're strong. You're beautiful. You're the greatest of all time.
Let me tell you something. In this life, you're either a winner or you're a loser. Y'all want to work in a steel mill like me for the rest of your days?
No, sir.
Yeah, because I sure as hell don't. Y'all willing to fight for it?
Yes, sir.
I need to hear you a little louder. Y'all willing to fight for it?
Yes, sir.
Ready whenever you are, Michael.
Do you know what I'm after?
You want to be the biggest star in the world?
We need to capitalize on Michael's success. Because the Jackson family is the brand. That's our Coca-Cola. And we need to start selling. So I'm planning an international tour. This is just the beginning.
I need to think.
I told you what to think.
I love my family, but I just want to do my own thing. Just have all these ideas in my head. Just gotta get them out.
Then do it, Michael. Not a little boy anymore.
People always told me, be careful what you do.
Michael, I knew you were different the moment you were born. You have a very special life.
And mother always told me, be careful who you love.
I believe music can change the world.
To the love becomes the joy. The bitter cheese, like my love.
Spread love,
The bitter cheese,
joy,
like my love.
and peace.
Yeah.
That is what I want the world to feel. Magic.
Okay. Now we kind of dump on musical biopics because they're very formulaic, and they deserve to be dumped on a little bit. But that doesn't mean they're not fun. I mean, I can think of a handful that I enjoy. I know you enjoy a few of them as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to make a musical biopic after the Dewey Cox Walk Hard story, and we've talked about this a number of times in the past. But directed by Antoine Fuqua, and he almost never misses.
That's true.
I mean, he's not necessarily got a long list of absolute classics, but he also usually makes a movie that's worth watching.
Yeah.
I mean, almost every single one of his movies is worth watching.
Yeah, this will be pretty interesting to see here. It does look like we're gonna get pretty much Michael's whole life. You know, they're going, and I'm curious how chronological
I was
this
surprised
is.
they included the monkey.
I am a little bit too, although I mentioned this before. There was a script that went around for a while where it was Michael's life told from the perspective of his monkey.
What a
that was
wild
thing.
idea.
And I don't know if that idea is completely dead yet, to be honest with you.
Maybe this is
Well,
it.
remember, like, Better Man that came out?
Yeah.
Which was about
Yeah,
the monkeys.
yeah. Oh
They-
my
like,
gosh.
so it's, like, not that far removed.
Yeah.
They might be thinking that idea, because that looked like a CGI monkey there, too.
Very, very much so.
Michael's life was so crazy that, you know, if anyone deserves a biopic just because we got to see all of
Yeah, I mean,
this, it
agreed.
probably is him. But the other side of it is, like, what angle is there left to tell? Because we've seen so many different parts of it.
It feels like a story we all know, but I think they're gonna find some wrinkles that we're not aware. I mean, it looks like the family was involved.
It does.
So I'm assuming it's not gonna be too biting.
I know, that's the other thing that makes me, and from what I was told here, the guy playing Michael is actually his nephew. That's why they look so much like him.
I can't remember one of his brother's kids.
Okay, so and that makes sense because I'm the whole time watching it, like, wow, they really recreated these scenes really spot on.
He looks great.
That looks
he's
like
got
Michael.
the voice and the mannerisms
Yeah,
down too.
yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm imagining he grew up with it.
He grew up with it. Yeah. If anyone could do it, it would be him.
Yeah.
I'm betting they probably did try to see who they could, and they're just like, look, he's the best one.
Spot
we're gonna
on.
get.
Yeah.
No question. And we'll it just from the trailer here looks like he spot on nailed it, like you said there. And I'm just shocked how many different aspects of his career that they're in there that we saw that. I mean,
They're going through the whole gambit.
I know we got a thriller sequence in there.
Yeah, that's
That'll
gonna be a fun
heck
one.
of a thing. And it's part of me is kind of like, You know, here's the thing, like this movie, if this movie would sell me, I would be totally for it, like, yes, we must watch it.
Yeah.
If the entire movie was just focused on one specific aspect, like, let's make the Thriller video.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. But again, we're covering everything, and I just hope we're not shortchanging anything.
It's got a good writer. Josh Logan did the script.
Okay.
And he's done a million things, like even Gladiator and, you know, a ton of stuff. He's been working for, 30 years. He's got a really good track record. I would say the creative talent on top has a good reputation. It's got a great cast. Miles Teller, Coleman Domingo, Nia Long is in it. So I may not see this one in theaters just because I don't ever leave my house. But I'll probably watch this one eventually, depending on reviews. If it gets good reviews, I'll probably check
reviews.
it out.
But it's again, and we've mentioned the Dewey Cox of it all.
Yeah.
If this movie starts with him about to go on a big concert and it starts thinking about his whole life, we're done. I'm sorry, you can't do that.
That's just how you tell a biopic.
I know. Like they need the frame, and that's the thing is like I cannot believe that this movie won't have some sort of framing device. I don't know what they're gonna use for the framing device.
Yeah.
Or if they just tell in the chronological order, maybe that's the best. Just do that.
I mean, a framing device, it gives you some investment initially, though. So, it's hard to do away with it completely.
Yeah, we'll see. But I think the big secret is like what are they focusing on here?
Yeah.
Which part of his life? It does look like they're covering a wide span of it, though.
I'm just really interested in how they're going to handle Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a figure that's looms so large in that story, and it's like.
He's gonna be in there. We know that.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that's
in the trailer.
who Coleman Domingo is playing.
Yeah, he's right there in the beginning. And
I don't know, man. I've heard a lot of crazy stories, so
we'll see how it goes, and hopefully, it's a fair depiction, and we'll find out here, and that the family didn't gloss over too much. But
I don't think that they're really motivated to gloss over too much of it. I mean, sure, some of it probably, but it's not like it's they all.
It's going to be a story about, hey, this great man, how great he was. Look how he did all this and how he rose up. And did
I mean, it's definitely going to be very pro Michael.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only way you'd get one of these things made. Which is interesting. I mean,
I will say it is interesting that we're getting it now.
Yes.
Because Michael passed quite a while ago. It's been. But they took their time.
Yeah.
They didn't rush this thing out here to get.
I feel like it might not have been as well received back then. Just because it's one of those things where like time helps.
They needed more time here and like what reason they wanted to. And they probably saw again the rush of all these other biopics that are happening out like it's time.
And then frankly when he passed it was like the worst time for musical biopics too because it's just
because it was right around Dewey Cox.
Right after Dewey.
You couldn't do it.
John C. Reilly buried the whole genre right there.
For a little bit. But.
Yeah, it's coming back. It's okay.
We're okay now.
I'd rather Westerns come back, but you're not going to get that.
Well, the question is now that we got the Michael biopic coming out, what's the biopic that's left to do? Who haven't we gotten yet?
There's a lot of interesting characters.
They're doing the Beatles biopics, aren't they?
They are.
Those four. They're doing one for all four of them.
I would rather see some people that we don't know as much about. Like, I would, there's...
Yep.
I would do like a David Bowie.
Well, didn't they do a Bowie one recently?
Did they?
Are they on Bowie one?
I'm going to Steven on this one. He doesn't know.
I think they had one in the works. I don't know if it actually got done.
I would see a Bowie.
I would see a Bowie one too.
All right. What? A Mama Cass? Yeah. There's so many interesting characters that we just don't know as much about that are like historically influential in music, and there's so many wild stories from the 70s, man.
I think it would be a good idea if they did a music biopic about someone who's just famous for being a one-hit wonder. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. Or it'd be tragic and terrifying.
But it would tell you a lot about where we are.
We're going to get the Rick Astley story next.
Yeah, or, Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll move on here. We'll talk about, which is a fairly interesting one. Again, I might see this one, not in theaters, but we're going to take a look at the trailer for the drama here.
Ready and turn. Nice.
The wedding is this Saturday. What stories are you gonna do?
What do you mean, my speech?
Yeah. Are you gonna use the first time we met?
Yes.
Okay, what about the first date?
Yeah, of course. You don't have to do a speech.
So you're saying Charlie is your first
love? Yeah.
First love or your first crush?
Both, I think. Wait, is that insane?
At 30?
So I want to say this thing about her laugh. You know how it's very cute, but it's also kind of
Repulsive, even.
All right, so before we got married, we did this thing where we said the worst thing we've ever done.
Okay. I'll tell mine if we all do it. Promise?
What did you do?
This dog.
Beer bottles and porn.
You left him there overnight.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing I've ever done?
Okay,
Are you serious?
I'm sorry.
Order an Uber.
Emma, what the?
Am I sensing some nerves? Remember, you know each other really well.
You have to stop thinking about it.
Can't just say stop thinking.
So you are thinking about it.
I am thinking about it now.
How can you even trust her?
You're being incredibly hypocritical.
I never said he was mentally disabled.
Yes, you did. You said he was slow. You said he was slow. Emma, true love is complicated. Sorry. I was just trying to do your stupid joke thing. It's about acceptance, radical acceptance.
Why are you acting like you've never done anything bad?
I don't know. Just, there's some drama. It's very funny.
What did she do? I need to know. Okay, that's the
Well,
only thing that
let's make our predictions right now. Here, after I said it, I'm like, I think she killed someone.
I mean,
that's
yeah.
all I can think of. Like, and like, not just killed someone, like killed someone who's like relatively famous too. So it's like awkward. Like, my gut is like she's gonna confess to being responsible for some famous death. And we're like, what?
I feel like it's gonna be something innocuous, just because the trailer makes you want it
so
to
like
be something
they're exaggerating
terrible.
it. Okay, well
Yeah.
that's a good point. Like, so it's not something extreme, something very innocuous, and the rest of them are just overreacting.
Yeah. I feel like it's gonna be a bit of a bait and switch there. I might be totally wrong, but
Could be. You also suggested, and I think you might be onto something here. Maybe they never actually say. What if it gets bleeped out and we'll have to guess the rest of the movie?
Which would also be kind of fun, but it would really
It'd be
disappoint
annoying.
me.
It'd be annoying a little bit. Well, and I think what might happen is I could see them bleeping it out and we not see what it is.
Yeah.
But then it does get revealed at the very end of the movie. We have to wait until the end to figure that out.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, because if they're going to reveal it that early, it looks like they're revealing it pretty early in the movie, too. So it's just like, they kind of almost have to, or they're toying with us.
Yeah.
You know? And it'll be the drama of it all. Something about it seems like it'll be just an issue that affects those people, but no one else would maybe necessarily care about.
Yeah, that could be, yeah.
You know,
like I said, something innocuous. Like, oh, I did this, and oh no, what?
Something about, I'm sure it's gonna be. It's probably something funny, whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
it's not gonna be like I pulled
It's
the
not
plug
gonna
on my
make us.
grandma or something
It's
like
not gonna
that.
be something that's gonna make us hate Zendaya.
Yeah.
How could we?
Well,
I mean,
maybe.
Maybe it'd have to be something like I don't know, but I'm guessing it'll be something that'll make would make us an audience laugh.
Yeah.
But if you were in the scene, maybe not so much laugh.
I'm a big Robert Pattinson fan. He makes great choices. So
Yep.
I'll probably, like I said, I'll probably
Interesting
watch this one.
choices is what he does too.
He makes great choices, and they're all bizarre.
Oh yeah, they are, because he can afford to do them, because we're gonna watch it either way because we like him.
Him and Daniel Radcliffe, I
Yep.
think, make the best choices.
And maybe that's because they were both in Harry Potter.
I think it's just because they have that franchise money from when they were super young, so they don't care.
Their
They
franchise
just,
kids money. They can do whatever, and it's like I can say anything to any script. I'm gonna take the weirdest one ever.
Yep.
And people respect him for it because they can just like.
It looks like they're having fun doing it.
They
too.
do. Well, he looks like he's having a blast in this one. And that's, oh man, it's gonna. This is a curious one. I don't necessarily see a lot of these. I'm guessing this is a romantic comedy. I don't
know, man. I don't know.
Is it? Are we gonna find out it's not a romantic comedy?
I don't even know if it's comedy.
It might. It's a comedy. I'm gonna go. Right. The movie's called The Drama, but it's a comedy. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna make that call here. I'm pretty sure this is a comedy, despite the name.
It probably is.
Whether it's a romantic comedy or not remains to be seen. This could be an anti-romantic comedy. Too.
So the director is Christopher Borgli. He's from Norway. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, all Norwegian people. The only thing he's really directed besides this is Dream Scenario with Nick Cage. Did you see that one?
No, I didn't.
I wanted to, but I did not catch that one. It looks like a bizarre movie, so I'm assuming this one is going to be just as
This
bizarre.
is going to be, well, yeah, I think this is such a strange film to get. We don't see films like this released too much anymore.
I mean, I'm on board with it.
That's what makes it worth it, and why I would encourage so many people just to check it out. Either way, you know.
Yeah,
you got it, because
I feel like maybe I should just go see it because I don't want it to be spoiled. Like, because know the next thing on the internet they're gonna be like,
say
well,
what
this
it
is
is.
what she did.
Here's what we do. We fake spoil it. We pretend like we've seen the movie and then throw out a bunch of fake spoilers for it and throw everybody off.
Reddit
so there's
with it.
no way anyone can know which one's true.
True. Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
She's secretly an alien.
That would be weird. But
She's secretly an alien and she's trying to take over. And this would be funny because, Patterson, she's secretly a vampire. She's secretly a vampire.
There we go. Yes. Secretly a 1,000-year-old vampire.
Yep.
Who's always 17, which is not creepy at all.
Yeah, she bit some famous people and killed them.
Yeah, there we go. Yes.
She was actually
the 27 Club is just people that she's murdered.
she's actually the person that killed Lizzie Borden's parents.
There we go.
There you go.
Oh my God. All right. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I think I'm not like super excited for the drama, but it definitely looks interesting. I desperately want to know what Zendaya did.
We all do.
But
that's the secret. She actually is Zendaya, and she's pretending to be people. She's playing herself.
Yes. Yeah. She's only got one name too. Maybe that's what it is. I've only got one name. There's no last name. Just Zendaya. All right, so let's take a look at the trailer. The next trailer is for just a deeply unsettling film that I'm definitely not going to see just because of the grotesqueness of this trailer. And I don't do good. I'm very squeamish. I don't do well with body horror.
And you like Alien, though.
I love Alien, but I do not do well with body horror. I'm always
all right. That's a dichotomy.
My kids
right
make
there.
fun of me constantly. So we'll take a look at the trailer for Lee Cornyn's The Mummy. Yeah, man. I mean, it looks good, but I'm not interested at all.
Yeah.
Count me double out on this one.
When I saw this, my first thought was like, wait, did they cross Evil Dead with The Mummy?
I think the director did an Evil Dead. Oh, he did Evil Dead Rises.
Oh, that
recently,
explains it.
So
Evil Dead Rises, which is incredibly violent and really disturbing.
yeah.
That's some really bad body horror in that one.
Again,
it's they don't.
I haven't seen it.
Well, you can't handle it.
No, we're not watching it. No,
You can't.
Steven.
There's a scene with a cheese grater.
Ah!
Yeah, that's all you need to know, man.
No.
It's so bloody. And this one, yeah, now that makes sense now. I get it. And I'm going to see this one. I got it just because I did not. I saw this trailer.
You got it, because I'm not.
I will. But here's the thing. I saw this trailer before in the theaters, and when the trailer started, I had no idea what it was for. I didn't know what the movie was at all. I just what is this? Because I hadn't heard anything about it. I'm like, where are they going? What movie is this? And then when they came up The Mummy, this is what they're doing with The Mummy?
Yeah, I have no idea. It's like a possession.
I was just like, what?
Yeah.
and because you just think about the last time they did the Mummy movie, it was with Tom Cruise, and they're trying to repeat the thing.
So I don't think this is like a traditional Mummy movie, though. It's not like, I don't think it's like a Universal monster branded style.
They're not. Well, yeah, it's in the. I think because I've heard about this because the idea is they're trying to bring Brendan Fraser back for another Mummy movie.
Yes, they are.
Which would be a good idea. But then this one is like just kind of like how a few years ago we got the Invisible Man that they redo the Invisible Man.
And we had the Wolfman too.
Which was Wolfman here. And it looks like they're trying to do the same thing, but they're like, let's just do that with the Mummy and try to get it back to its roots and make it scary again.
It looks disgusting.
It does. And the thing is, like, the thing about this one is, and just, I said the same thing when they redid The Invisible Man a few years ago. I was like, wow, that actually looks like scary. And this one, like, the Mummy is not scary. I've never walked into a Mummy movie like, I'm getting ready to be afraid, because they're not.
When I was 9, it was a little scary.
Even when I was 9, there was like, I mean, it looked kind of cool, but it's just, okay, some Egyptian cursed guy, he's a ragged.
You know what it was that scared me was the scarabs.
Yeah, the scarabs, which they brought back.
Those scared me in the Mummy with because that was it wasn't necessarily him like with his like mumminess. It was the scarabs that scared me when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's the thing. But
those are freaky.
They're bringing back the cursed kind of.
That's the body horror though, because they're like crawling around under the skin.
I know, but they brought that back for this one, and in a weird way, another movie that this kind of reminds me of would be The Exorcist to some extent.
I was thinking that, for sure, with the little girl and the possession style.
Yeah. And it's just, I'm kind of curious about the lore here of how it's going here. Just the start of the movie with them finding her daughter who's been missing for 8 years.
And she's alive.
Sort of.
I don't know what doctor would check off on that.
Well, the doctor is clearly like, she's alive?
Air quotes, maybe?
Maybe. You can't really do the air quotes over the phone. It's an awkward call to make from the embassy anyway.
For sure.
Anyway. It's a difficult situation.
Just don't call.
But I'm fascinated by where this is going here and all the background here. And I am generally curious. But yeah, I think this is... We might get a scary Mummy movie, and that's such a weird thing. I did not expect that until... this kind of movie kind of came as a surprise on me.
Well, I mean, I'm glad you're looking forward to it, because I'm certainly not.
I'm going to see it.
Yeah, to each their own, really, because, it's good we don't have exactly overlapping tastes.
No, that'd be weird.
I would be, we wouldn't review any of these movies.
No,
because I would just be like, nah.
Well, I'll go in there and I'll double check it and I'll let you guys know here. But, well, I will say this, if you agree with Mike, if you think this looks really scary too much, you're probably right.
It's not even necessarily that scary. It's just gross, and it makes me deeply uncomfortable. I don't like it when people are pulling their skin off and like stuff like that.
Well, I think this might be a good public service announcement, just because, like I said, the past Mummy movies haven't really been. If they're thinking this is a Brendan Fraser, like, they made another one of those.
Or it's Lee Cornyn.
Double check that and you figure it out.
Yeah,
you don't.
They're doing their best to keep people.
I mean,
from
the
making
movie's
that
rated
mistake.
R, so they'll know there'll be that thing in the corner here. So this is like the first Mummy movie that's been rated R, probably actually. Because none of those Brendan Fraser ones were.
No, they're PG-13, right?
And the Tom Cruise one, I think, was PG-13 as well.
I didn't see that one.
I didn't either,
because I don't really care for Tom Cruise, and that looked awful.
It did.
So.
Probably for the best. But this is, this is kind of strange here, especially since we probably still will get another Brendan Fraser Mummy movie.
Which I'm super on board with.
I know, I am too.
I love those.
I am too. I'm on board for that too. That's just what a time we're living in. Where we can get this. The rise of the Mummy.
It's there's an infinite supply of media to consume. So I'll consume something else, and you go ahead and watch this one.
We will. Yeah.
All right, so we'll take a look at the trailer for our last movie for the month of April. This is a Netflix movie, so I think it's coming out only on Netflix. This one's called Apex. We'll take a look at the trailer here.
You going out alone? I wouldn't recommend it.
I'm trying to get to Grand Isle Narrows.
You want the easy way or the hard way?
The best way.
Think you can handle it?
Yeah, I think I can handle it.
You made it! It's me from the gas station.
Hey.
You having fun?
Something got into my gear last night and took everything.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a drastic bummer. You hungry?
Just kind of looking for that gear.
So look, it's very simple. You've got until the very end of this song to get as far away from me as you can. You got the right shoes on? You'll be fine.
Everybody got a target tonight. Everybody come along for the ride. Ride. Deadly sharp shooting the game. gonna hit you in the soul, executioner's aim. No time to rest.
What's the matter?
Just do your best.
Do you like danger?
What you hear is not a test. Everything getting harder to find. Everybody jumping out of their mind.
Are you playing a game? Is that what you think we're doing?
Everybody going out of their skin.
Let's do it.
I'm deadly sharp shooting the game. Gonna hit you in the soul, executioner's aim.
We make a good team, don't we, eh?
And we don't usually do streaming only movies. We do sometimes when there's like, an interesting premise or cast. And this is Charlize Theron, who is a rock
Oscar
star.
winner.
She's awesome. Taron Egerton, who I also think is fantastic.
Very good actor.
And I don't know if anybody has seen the other streaming original he did with the Tetris movie there.
Oh, he was in the Tetris movie?
Yeah, it was. He goes to Russia. It was a biopic about.
I know what
him.
you're talking about. Yeah, that I didn't get to see that one.
Oh,
it's really.
Check it out. I think it's on Apple though, so nobody's gonna watch it. Unfortunately, because Apple's.
I read a biography about the guys who tried to bring Tetris over to the United States. It was fantastic.
Probably love it then.
Oh, it was. It's really fascinating story in
it's
itself. So absolutely, it's worth it.
Fun movie for sure.
No question.
Yeah.
But of course, I know him from. He's been in quite a few different things. Well, he was in a music biopic. He was Elton John.
Elton John, for
He
sure.
played Elton John.
Yep, and he was, he did the Kingsman movies, which I thought were really great.
The Sing movies.
I like the Sing movies a lot.
And where he sang Elton John.
Yeah, those are bubble wrap movies, but they're fun bubble wrap movies.
Yeah, I do like the music's pretty good.
It's a jukebox musical, and they have a lot of fun with it, and that
sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think
all you can ask. So again, we love this cast.
Yeah, I'm in. And Eric Bana is not in the trailer.
But he's in the movie, though.
He's in the movie, apparently. He's in the
know what he's
cast
playing.
list, and I'm super on board with anything Eric Bana does.
Another Australian actor. So these are all people pretending to be Americans? Or wait, was it
Oh,
set in Australia?
it's Australia.
Did they set it's in Australia?
They all have accents, and I assume it's set in
I
Australia.
didn't catch one on Charlize Theron, but she would still have one.
Well, I think she's the tourist.
She's the tourist. Well, to be fair, she's originally from South Africa, so she would have an accent of some kind. So it's fun, that's kind of fun. Watching this trailer here, it reminded me of a bunch of other movies that are kind of fun around the same thing. The movie it reminded me of initially was a movie called Hush, which is about a guy, a serial killer who's hunting this woman in the woods. The woman's deaf in that movie, but he's hunting her with a crossbow, similar to this one.
Yeah,
but
Mike Flanagan.
And that's a good movie. It's pretty good.
I like
that
him a
was
lot.
streaming only originally too on Netflix as well.
Steven and I met Mike Flanagan when he did his first feature film called Absentia. And this was like, gosh,
so jealous.
18 years ago maybe.
I am so jealous.
Yeah, he knew our film studies professor.
Oh, okay.
From back in the day, and when he did his first feature film, he got invited to the Fargo Film Festival, and then he hung out with the students for a little while and like talked to us about filmmaking and everything that. Yeah, and then he blows up and becomes this huge director now.
But yeah, that movie Hush, which is another good movie that was started on streaming, although it is available on Blu-ray now.
It wasn't available for a while because it was off Netflix for a bit, and it was like in streaming limbo, and it was a great movie. So that was kind of a shame.
Yeah, but they finally did get that one going. This one movie also kind of reminds you mentioned it. It was that what was it? River Wild was that?
Yes. Yeah. Actually, Steven mentioned it, but I've seen that one too.
Okay.
It reminded me a lot of that. Once he said it, for sure.
And then of course we have to mention Deliverance, which also has some crossbow related stuff, if I remember correctly, and it's on the river, and there's questionable people in there. This one's probably more of a straight action film than Deliverance. Deliverance is weird if you how they do that one, just to say the least.
Yeah, I definitely gave me River Wild vibes with the like hunting a woman down, and like I don't remember who the bad guy is in that one. Is it Kevin Bacon?
It's Kevin Bacon.
I wanted to say Kevin
6
Bacon.
degrees of well,
yeah. I was like, I feel like it was Kevin Bacon, but I don't want to say Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon's been in a Charlize Theron movie at this point, right? Yeah,
has he?
Probably. We'll find the 6 degrees later.
We'll
worry about that.
I'm sure it wouldn't even take 6 because Charlize Theron has been in a ton of movies.
We'll figure it out. So is Kevin Bacon.
Yeah,
we'll figure
exactly.
it out. But but that's it follows in this kind of legacy of these other films here, where it's like, all right, we're in the wilderness. There's a river. And there's a crazy killer out there trying to get survival of the fittest, which is where we get the apex.
Yep.
We're gonna figure out who the apex predator is. That's probably what the reference
Probably
is.
Charlize Theron.
Probably.
I mean,
I hope so.
she's
yeah, she can do it. We know. She can. If you've seen Fury Road.
Fury Road. I mean, a bunch of
there's
movies.
a bunch of different movies. She can do it.
What was that blonde bombshell or whatever? She
The bombshell.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that one? I know what you're talking about. Yeah, where she played the agent.
Yeah.
The secret agent.
Yeah.
And
She's been in a ton of stuff where she's a
that movie's great. But,
What?
2002's Traps.
Trapped.
Oh, Trapped.
Yeah.
Yep, that was another one too. That's where Kevin Bacon. Yep.
Yeah,
that's
there you go.
where-
There
and
we
he's
go.
The bad guy. Of course. We figured it out. Good work there. Good work.
Steven is our research department back there.
But she's very good. But I'd have to get a hold of my Netflix account, revive it to watch it. But I wouldn't mind watching. I am curious to how.
I've got it right now because we wanted to watch Stranger Things all the way through. We still haven't finished, which it's been 2 months and we still haven't finished. But you know what? We're working on it. all
I
right?
mean, I think the big push for this one, why I'm curious, is it's just the actors involved. They usually
the
deliver.
director is Balthazar Kormaker.
I don't know that man.
Kormaker. He did a couple of Mark Wahlberg movies in the mid 2000s, Contraband and Two Guns, with him and Denzel.
Oh.
He's also done a couple other things.
All right.
He's been working right along.
This movie does look pretty action-packed.
Yeah.
And they shot it pretty good.
It seems like he kind of does like one Hollywood movie and then one more, movie with other actors in Europe.
Yeah, it looks like this one, because they have such a small cast, really, it's just almost a two-hander. Eric Bana will be in there at some point.
We only introduced the two characters in the trailer.
So we don't really need too much in it, and very few set pieces, just filming in the wilderness, so they were probably able to, get by.
Looks like there's some significant stunt work, though.
That's the other thing, and they could have gone with, lesser-known actors, probably save themselves, but no, they decided
we're gonna get quality.
We're gonna get good ones. We're gonna get an
And
Oscar
this is
winner.
the only reason we're talking about this movie, too.
We're gonna might as well. I mean, but it'd probably be pretty fun here. I mean, this could be a big start. I think this is Edgerton's because I don't know if he's ever really played a villain before, has he?
I can't think of a time he was a villain. Yeah,
he's usually the good guy for the most part. And we were talking about it when we were watching the trailer. He looks a little haggard more.
Does
than
he's
they
gaunt.
skinned it.
Yeah.
They got him all skinny and stuff. So he looks. I didn't recognize him at first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he's definitely going for it in this one, which I'm okay with. Yeah, he's a good actor. He's committed to it.
Yeah, he gets to play the villain, some really sketchy guy.
I think playing a villain is fun.
Yeah.
I've heard that from a lot of actors that it's fun when sometimes not always, but sometimes playing a villain is a lot of fun.
Yeah. I think as he was just due for it, he's like, I gotta play a bad guy.
Yeah. He's like, we're gonna have some fun.
I'll play an Australian villain in the back. We'll see what happens.
All right, so given it's the month of April, we should talk about spring stuff, and I think we came to the determination we want to talk about the best rain scenes in movies.
Sure, the best movies with rain. Movies that feature rain.
Yes.
Because rain is just a really big part of this season here.
Yeah,
April
it's going to start raining and never stop.
April is a rainy month here. Yeah. And so we got to talk about it. Because we always want to find a fun prompt here.
Well, rain is inherently cinematic.
Yeah.
Because it conveys an emotion visually, which that's what film is. It's trying to convey emotion visually. And rain is a shortcut for misery and dreariness.
It can be a lot of things. You can get a lot of fun passion out. So then we got to go to the big question: what is the most famous rain scene? My instinct for me was to go to the movie Singing in the Rain. It's right there in the title.
Yeah, of course.
And he's dancing there in the rain, and that's one of the better musical numbers in film.
My first thought was Blade Runner.
That's not a bad
one.
one.
Monologue in the rain.
You're right, and that's a good one because you get the tears in rain, which that monologue was kind of ad-libbed in the moment to some extent because they didn't have the end of it. And,
just
Rutger Hauer figured it out. He's like, "This will all be gone," tears in rain.
Yeah.
And what makes that even more powerful is that ended up being his autobiography, Howard.
Tears in
Rain.
Yeah.
And then remember, he died in real life in 2019, and the movie's set in 2019.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
So it just makes it more powerful. In retrospect, we're like, my God. But yeah, that scene just because he's monologuing about it too as he goes on. It's hard to think of any when someone says Blade Runner, I just think of the rain falling.
Yeah, I mean it's the whole movie.
It's very rainy.
Yeah.
It's raining through most of the movie,
Yeah.
which is funny because it's supposed to be Los Angeles and it doesn't rain in Los Angeles
Ever.
But
Yeah,
it does.
but you know it's
polluted.
like
So.
polluted, smoggy Los Angeles.
I know, so it's not even healthy rain either.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the other
acid
thing.
rain or
I know, it's
something.
horrible. But that's a good example of it. Just like I can't, just because it's in the title there, they reference it. Be remiss if we didn't, because we were talking about music biopics. Purple Rain.
Yep. Yeah.
It's right there in the title.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's also, obviously, probably the most famous rain scene would be Shawshank Redemption.
That's a good one too, where they're like bringing, where he's standing up here at the end after he gets over, the water washes him clean there. He's been baptized. That shot is like very memorable and has been reused in parodies.
Extremely iconic. Yeah.
It is, and I remember they redid that shot for the movie Pleasantville, actually, pretty much exactly, and because it's not supposed to rain in Pleasantville, and then it does.
Yes.
And there's a storm, it becomes a big part of that too.
Yeah, I haven't watched that movie in a long time. I should check that one out again.
Yeah, it's a good one, and so that rain plays an important part of it too, and they have to now worry about umbrellas. It's kind of funny because just people enjoying the rain, how they're responding to the rain, and I kind of think of like, is it a plot point? We were talking about that, like, okay, are there any movies where like the rain is the plot? Almost like that. And my first thought was there was a movie called Hard Rain that came out in the 90s. It's not a great movie, but it's about people trying to rob an armored truck while the place is flooding out.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You got like Sharknado.
Yeah. Well, a good one. Twister.
Twister,
The tornadoes overshadow it, but the original Twister does have some pretty impressive rain sequences.
Yeah, for sure.
There's this big heart-wrenching moment where they failed to get their Dorothy device up there into the tornado. It fell off the truck and they can't get it working.
Yep.
And he's like, Joe, you gotta let it. They're having that heart-to-heart moment while it's raining down on them. And he confesses that this is why their relationship didn't work out. And then his fiance overhears it on the radio while it's raining, and she can just see the acceptance and the sadness as it's all coming down. It kind of works.
It's a great scene.
It does. It really
clearly it made an impression.
It does. People talk about that one still. I mean, it's and that's why we got a Twisters reboot all these years later.
And you got the two big rain scenes. Well, really just the whole sequence for Jurassic Park. Where you get specifically though the Nedry in the rain and the T-Rex escape.
The T-Rex, we have to acknowledge this, like the first two Jurassic Park movies, we get introduced to the T-Rex in rain.
Yep.
And that's because you're hiding the CGI to some extent. That's kind of what you're trying to do there. But it works. It looks so good.
It looks great.
Like you actually think, did they get an actual dinosaur in there?
Well, they do a good job of mixing the CGI with the practical effects, especially think about like the second movie where there's a lot of CGI and then they have the practical effects for key moments with the T-Rex especially.
Where they have his big head hanging over there, but you can hide all the mechanics and all the other stuff behind rain, water falling down. It's kind of brilliant the way they do that, but it also just kind of makes sense because they're both tropical locations, so of course it's going to be raining.
Yeah, I mean the whole sequence is triggered by the fact that there's essentially a tornado hitting the island.
Yeah, hurricane. And the funny part is that when they were making Jurassic Park, hurricane actually hit while they were filming, so that some of that footage is actual hurricane footage. They didn't have to make it up for the movie. That was funny.
Yeah, great.
Good way to do that. And I'm just there's so many different. Another film that I was just kind of thinking of like war films or battle films where it's raining, and the one that came to me is Helm's Deep.
Oh yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Yep. I immediately thought when you said that was Saving Private Ryan. Yeah. The scene in the rain, which is iconic.
Or the sniper one early on. And it's like that one you can. The thing about the rain also will affect they're pretty violent scenes, so you get to see the blood pooling too because of how that pours out too. It really affects how you really see the scene in some other ways. Of course, you have a lot of rain. I started out by talking about singing in the rain. That scene is triggered by him. He's in love. So he's happy about it. So he's happy even though it's raining. And you think about how many romantic movies have utilized rain.
All of them.
Yeah.
I mean, not all of them, but many times. The Notebook. The
Notebook's the big one that people talk about. I also think about. We kind of forget sometimes with that first Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie. They had that really
upside down kiss in the rain.
Upside down kiss in the rain.
Yep.
They did it.
Iconic.
That became really iconic fast.
Oh yeah. I mean, immediately.
Yeah, that's funny. And so we still talk about that one here, and there's a bunch of other ones just where, even then the opposite too, where someone's heart's broken and they're stranded in the rain too.
Yep. With High Fidelity.
Yep.
High Fidelity's got the rain scene there where he's heartbroken and just, you know.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck was that guy's name? Dang it. Oh, man. The boyfriend's. Oh, yeah, the guy with the ponytail. That's a great movie.
You'll come to it. No, I know what you're talking about. But there, every time those happen, and you know, also other genre, the horror genre has used rain usually for scary moments. Like, and a lot of times it's not even that they're out in the rain; it's that it's thundering in the background. They're using the thunder to scare you. Like, most of the Friday the 13th movie have a thunderstorm at some point.
And like just the the sound of rain covers the approach of danger too, because it's the sound is like
it forces a person to be inside too, you know, so they don't get trapped in that too. So they get you can hear them inside, and they get the ominous there. So. Are they sheltered or are they not too? You can do a lot of stuff with the rain too when you get to.
All right, so rainy day coming up here in April. What movie are you putting on?
April rain movie. Well, you want to get that spring fever in there. Let's see here. I might actually go with Singing in the Rain. Actually, that might not be a bad idea. Just go with that one. It's a classic for a reason. But you know, I'm also thinking. If it was later in the season, another movie I think about with rain is Road to Perdition.
Oh, yeah.
Road to Perdition, and that's interesting because that movie has a gimmick there.
Yeah, you were saying.
It has a theme where every time, because that movie is a movie about Prohibition gangster era, so there's a lot of Tommy gun shooting and stuff like that in there. It's a mob movie. But every time the water shows up, whether it's rain or something else, that usually means somebody is dead or is about to die, usually. The water signifies that, and there's a pretty famous scene early on where it's raining, but it's winter because it's specifically like set in like January, I think. This scene in the winter, you can still see snow, so it's like freezing rain too.
Yep.
And there's a pretty brutal scene early on, and the guys can just walk away from it, the killers, because it's raining and the blood just kind of
washes away.
Walk away, so they can get away with it. And that keeps popping up again. There's a couple other really dramatic moments where it's raining, and it covers the sound of bullets too, to some extent.
Yeah. I think the kids haven't seen Blade Runner yet, so I'm probably just going to throw on Blade Runner and make them sit through that.
Was there rain in Blade Runner 2049?
I haven't seen that one yet, which makes me a terrible person, I think. In my opinion, I'm a terrible person.
I did see it, but I can't remember if there was rain. I think it snowed, though. I think there was some snow.
God, I got to watch that movie.
Check that out. But, yeah, I'm trying to think here. That would probably be some of the better ones there to just check out some of the little lesser-known rain stories there.
All right, so what do we got coming up for the Film Society screenings here?
Okay, well, we're going to be closing out our Spielberg series pretty soon.
Yes.
And we got to end with one of his most recent films here, and the one that's probably the most personal, which is basically an autobiography, The Fabelman.
Yes, I've heard a lot about The Fabelmans, and I haven't really liked Spielberg for the last 20 years, but I'm very tempted to watch this one because it feels like he actually had something to say, and it wasn't just making a movie, you know?
Yeah, well, that's the thing is it's a movie about making movies to some extent because it's technically an autobiography.
I'm okay with it, yeah.
And so we haven't really seen that from him, but he's just kind of showing a fictionalized version of his family to some extent there, and it's intriguing there, and just following his, because that's what we've been doing the last 6 months is just following his
maybe
career.
Get some source of his daddy issues.
Yeah,
that are famously noted in lots of his movies.
Yeah, pretty much. All of the ones we watched, pretty much.
Yeah.
And as we mentioned, we watched Lincoln this last month here, and that had probably the least amount of daddy issues, but even that one had daddy issues. So
that's his like calling card for some
bread
reason.
And butter there, so we'll get it one more time with Lincoln here. So we'll check that out here. The second Tuesday of the month. So that's April 14th. Here.
Now, can we tease what the next series is?
I think we can here. We can tease it.
Yeah.
Now, what's interesting about this next series? This is a series. Our next New Home Film Society series. We've been trying to do this one for years. Trying to get in there, and
I'm excited.
We put it out to vote, and it didn't win votes. But it's like we gotta pull the trigger and just do it finally. We are doing musicals. We're just doing musicals, And we decided because it takes so long, this is going to be a longer series than we normally do.
There's too many great musicals.
There's too many great musicals. Like normally we just do 6 films in a series. We're pretty much hitting every decade of film, so that you can see the evolution of it.
I'm still mad that we're not going to do How to Succeed in Business without really trying, but you know what?
We got to choose one from every.
Well, the decade that it's in is loaded.
I know now, and because of that,
pick that from the '60s. No, you're not.
But basically, that's the thing is you're going to get a musical from every decade, basically leading up, and that does mean a little spoiler. Singing in the Rain.
Yeah.
It's got to be in there, so, we're going to get to that one.
Won't give you the full list, but...
we'll get to it. Well, I'd give you more, but I kind of forgot some of you.
That's all right. I was arguing with Steven over a few of them, and I don't remember exactly which ones we landed on. So.
No. It's some decades it's way harder to choose because there's so many different options.
Like the 60s.
60s was a big one for it. That was a really...
I feel like the 80s was easy.
80s was a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Because the musical was kind of... Yeah, no. Even the 90s, it was becoming a less. I mean, the thing is,
I was trying to argue for My Best Friend's Wedding in the 90s, but it's not technically a musical, even though it's a musical.
The thing you run into with the 90s that I feel is because the musicals did exist in the 90s, but they were all the cartoon.
Yeah, they were all
cartoon Disney movies.
Yeah,
those were where you were getting
great musicals.
They were because you were getting even early '89 is Little Mermaid, where you have every other song's a classic from that one, and then it keeps going. I mean, even through Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah,
Lion King, they had really hit songs that are still beloved today.
Absolutely.
And so those, they would straight up just be musicals.
I'm a huge fan of Hercules, too, and I will fight everyone that talks bad about that movie.
You don't have too many people you have to fight here. I know a lot of people locally who love that movie.
Yeah, I love Hercules.
It's fun, and there's a lot of music because they actually have the people singing
Harry
on
Connick Jr. just nailing it the whole time.
Yeah, it's good stuff. But we'll have, that's kind of how the '90s. But we tried to find the true musicals, live action with dance numbers and everything.
I didn't fight too hard about it's My Best Friend's Wedding. But
well, we'll get to that some other time under some other theme.
It's not even that good of a movie. I just have.
It was the second highest grossing movie of that year, I think. It was.
I just think it's a musical, and
there's a lot of singing.
There's a lot of singing.
There's a lot of singing.
There's a ton of singing, and it's all diegetic. It fits the bill. To me, it's a musical.
That'd be funny just to have a series where it's somebody just sings a whole. It's not a musical, but someone still sings a song non-diegetically.
Yeah.
And just for the randomness of it, it's did they really just do that singing number? Well, we had to. We had no choice.
Yeah.
It has to.
They did it a bunch of times in that movie, though. All right. Well, that is what you have to look forward to from us, from the Film Society. We got a lot of good films coming out here in April. That you can go ahead and check out. I'm sure if anybody has kids, you're going to all be dragged to the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I don't know. Is there anything else we're looking forward to this month?
Other things this month. I don't know. I think we got all the big ones out there for the most part.
All right.
But we just check out those other movies that maybe didn't mention. We both saw, Project Hail Mary over the weekend here, and it is good. It lives up to its expectation. It's quite adorable. And one thing reason why I think the movie works so well is it for the whole family. Really, you can get young.
Yeah, I took my son to it, and there was nothing inappropriate, and we had a great time.
Good message, cute message.
Yeah,
there.
hopeful message.
Hopeful message. Looks very stunning visually.
Yeah, beautiful
movie. So love it. Can't go wrong with that one.
So from the New Ulm Film Society, I'm Mike.
And I'm Clay.
Go ahead and go see a movie.